Hello children. Today we are going to read about the story Bholi. Bholi is a work of Khwaja Ahmad Abbas. He was an Indian film director, screenwriter, novelist and journalist. He did his works in Hindi, Urdu and English languages. The stories of Khwaja Ahmad Abbas focus on much talked about common man. He is a writer who consciously depicts the tales of those ordinary people who accomplished heroic deeds simply by virtue of their undaunted spirit and the sheer will to survive. He was always motivated to look for real life stories of poverty and hunger, exploitation and protest, patriarchy and the rise of women's voice. The narrator describes a girl named Sulekha. She was the fourth daughter of the Nambardar Ramlal. Sulekha was called Bholi since her childhood. She was called so for being a simpleton and a slow learner. All this happened because she had fallen on her head from her bed when she was only 10 months old. This had led to damage of some part of her brain, making her a slow learner. When she was born, she was very fair and beautiful. But when she was 2 years old, she caught smallpox which left spots on her whole body. Only her eyes were saved from it. She started speaking when she turned 5 and would often fumble. Other children made fun of her and mimicked her. This made her feel so bad that she stopped speaking. Ramlal had 7 children, 3 sons and 4 daughters. Bholi was his youngest child. Ramlal was a rich farmer. He provided the family with good food. All the children were healthy and strong except Bholi. His sons were sent to the city to study at the schools and colleges. Radha was his eldest daughter who was married. Mangala's marriage had been fixed and now it was Champa, the third daughter's turn. As all of them were healthy and beautiful girls, it was not tough to marry them off. The main concern for Ramlal was Bholi, because neither was she beautiful nor intelligent. It was not an easy thing to find a bridegroom for her. Bholi was 7 years old when her elder sister Mangala got married. That year, a primary school for girls was opened in the village. The district collector visited to inaugurate it. He asked Ramlal to send his daughters to school. He encouraged him to do so because he was the revenue official. His act of sending his daughters to school would serve as an example for the villagers. This would lead to the education of girls in the village. After hearing the Tehsildar, that is the district officer, Ramlal discussed the matter with his wife. She at once rejected it by saying that it would become difficult for them to marry their educated daughters. Ramlal was now double-minded, as he didn't want to disobey the Tehsildar, and on the other hand, his wife was also right. Finally, his wife suggested to send Bholi to school because anyways, there were negligible chances for her to get married. The next morning, Ramlal took Bholi to school. Bholi was afraid of going to school as she was not aware of what school was. Bholi was reminded that a few days ago their cow Lakshmi had been sent out of home and her father got money in return for it. She thought that she too would be sold like Lakshmi and so pulled her hand away from her father's hand. Bholi's father got irritated with her behavior and shouted that he was taking her to school and nowhere else. He then told his wife to dress her up because he did not want others to think ill of them. So it was for the first time that Bholi got clean clothes to wear, although it was her elder sister Champa's worn out dress. She was bathed and her messy hair was washed and oiled. Such a treatment made her believe that yes, she was going to some better place than her home. Upon reaching school, they found that children were already in their classrooms. Ramlal handed Bholi to headmistress and left the place. Bholi's eyes were full of fear because it was for the first time that she had gone out of home. There were a number of classrooms with many students in each one. They were sitting on the mats and were reading or writing. Bholi was taken to a classroom and was told to sit there by the headmistress. Bholi was not aware of anything about school. What made her happy was that there were so many girls of her age. She thought that she might find a friend amongst these girls. In the class, the lady teacher was teaching something, but Bholi could not understand it. She was just looking at the various pictures on the walls, which were beautiful. Bholi was attracted towards them. There was a picture of a brown horse that resembled the horse on which the Tehsildar had visited their village. There was also a picture of green parrot which looked like the same parrots that she had seen in the mango orchard. There was also an image of a cow that resembled their own cow Lakshmi. While she was busy looking at the pictures, she realized that the teacher was standing near her. She asked Bholi her name. Bholi tried hard but stammered and could only say bho bho. After that she began to cry and did not dare to look up as she was sure that all the other girls would be laughing at her. When the school was over, the teacher came to Bholi and called her by her name. Bholi was still crying with her head down. The teacher's voice was very soft and Bholi had never been addressed with such affection before. She felt so good that it touched her heart. The teacher tried to make her comfortable by her friendly manner. She asked her name again. Though Bholi was hesitant and nervous, she tried and was able to speak her full name. The teacher praised her for her attempt and said that if she shunned fear, she would be able to speak clearly. Bholi was surprised to hear that she could speak clearly. The teacher at once understood her curiosity and said that what she had said was true and that if she came to school every day, she would be able to speak without any problem. Then she inquired if Bholi would come to school the next day. Bholi gave her approval by moving her head in up and down direction. The teacher prompted her to speak it loudly. This encouraged Bholi and she spoke yes clearly. She was surprised at her ability to speak clearly. The teacher again praised her and gave her a book full of pictures of dogs, cat, goat, etc. with an alphabet written in big size along with every picture. The teacher said that when Bholi would complete that book, she would be given a bigger book and after that still a bigger book, and she was told that one day she would become an educated person in the village and people would respect her because of her knowledge and wisdom. Not only this, she would be able to speak clearly. With this, she asked her to come to school early the next morning. Bholi was very happy. Her heart felt a rare type of happiness and she imagined that she could hear the bells at the temple ringing and imagined that the trees outside the school had red colored flowers on them. Means she was feeling so happy. She felt a sudden beat in her heart that made her full of hope and happiness. Years passed and the village grew into a small town. Bholi also grew young. Her primary school was now a high school. There was a cinema under a tin shed and a cotton ginning mill opened in her town. Even the mail train started to halt at the village railway station. One night, Ramlal was discussing with his wife that he had got a marriage offer for Bholi. He asked his wife whether to accept Bishambar's proposal or not. To this, his wife replied that they should definitely accept the proposal because it was suitable for Bholi. She supported her view by saying that Bishambar had a big shop, own house, and cash deposit in the bank. Also, he was not asking for the dowry. Ramlal was a bit unsure because Bishambar was of his own age and was handicapped. He also had grown-up children from his first marriage. His wife said that there was no harm in it if there was a big age gap between Bholi and the groom. Also, she said that as he was from another village, he may not know about Bholi's mental condition and her ugly face. Ramlal said that he was worried that how Bholi would react to it. But her mother replied that Bholi was like a dumb cow and she's not going to say anything. Bholi was lying in her bed nearby and listening to her parents' conversation. The bridegroom Bishambar Nath was a rich man, no doubt. He had a grocery shop where he used to sell food items and household goods. He had good business. On the wedding day, he came with his friends and family. They were accompanied by a brass band which was playing popular tunes from Hindi movies. Ramlal was very happy to see all this. He had never dreamt of such a grand wedding for his fourth daughter. Bholi's elder sister felt jealous of her good luck. Bholi was brought for the wedding rituals. She was dressed in a red silk sari. When she reached, one of Bishambar's friends asked him to garland the bride. As he was about to put the garland around her neck, a woman removed the veil that covered her face. He saw the blemishes on her face and at once objected to the marks on the bride's face. His friend told that he should ignore this, as he himself was not young to marry a young girl like her. Bishambar told Ramlal that he wanted 5,000 rupees in return for marrying an ugly woman like Bholi. On hearing the bridegroom's demand, Ramlal got so upset that he went to him and kept his turban at his feet. He requested him to be considerate and accept 2,000 rupees instead of 5,000 as dowry. But Bishambar was firm and said that he could keep his daughter at home then. Ramlal requested him not to do all this, as it would ruin his pride in front of the whole village. But Bishambar was adamant. He demanded that he needed 5,000 rupees or else he would go. Ramlal went inside and brought 5,000 rupees from the safe, counted the money and handed it over to Bishambar. Now the bridegroom was happy because he had won the bet. He asked for the garland. He was ready for the marriage. Bholi removed the cover off her face and stared at Bishambar. Her eyes were full of disrespect for him. There was no anger, no hatred in her eyes. As Bishambar was about to garland her, she struck her hand at the garland as quick as a streak of lightning. The garland flew and fell into the sacred fire. She threw away her veil too. Bholi addressed her father by saying, "Pitaji." Her voice was clear and she spoke without stammering. Her family was shocked to see this. She continued and said that her father should take back his money as she would not marry this man. Ramlal was shocked to hear all that. Even the relatives started whispering that the girl was shameless as she was refusing to the marriage. Ramlal grew angry and shouted at Bholi that she had gone mad because such an act of her could bring disgrace to the family. Bholi replied that it was for the sake of her family's honor that she had consented to marry the lame old man, but she was not ready to marry a greedy coward. An old woman commented that Bholi was a shameless girl. Though they all thought that she was a dull and innocent girl, Bholi looked at her with extreme anger and said that everyone thought that she was a fool and that is why they wanted to marry her off to an unkind man. They called her shameless because she could take a stand for herself. Bishambar Nath and his friends and family started to return. The bandsmen were not sure of what was happening. They thought that the marriage ceremony had completed and so they started playing the music related to the ending of a wedding ceremony. Ramlal was in a deep sorrow. He was feeling ashamed. The flames of the sacred fire died after some time and the guests too went away. He then asked Bholi that what would be her future now and who would marry her. Bholi replied that she would take care of both her parents and would teach in the same school that had made her learn so much. She sought approval from her teacher who was quietly watching all the drama. She approved Bholi's statement. She was deeply satisfied with Bholi's response to the whole situation. It was similar to the way an artist feels, when he sees his masterpiece once it is complete. So, as you see, children, this story is about a girl who's ugly and who stammers as she is different from her siblings. She does not get proper care in her family. Her father sends her to a school because of a command from the Tehsildar. The teacher in the school becomes the true mentor of Bholi and helps her gain some confidence. Time flies and with that Bholi becomes a young woman who is educated, unlike her sisters. Because of her ugly looks and a pockmarked face, her father agrees to marry her off to a person who is double her age. Bholi agrees with her parents' decision. But when the bridegroom arrives, he demands a hefty dowry to marry her. Her father somehow manages that money, but Bholi is aghast at this development and decides to rebel against all. She decides to spend the rest of her life to serve her parents and to teach in the school, then to marry that old man. The major theme of the story Bholi is the impact of family on children. Bholi is a little girl who fails to develop self-confidence because of her parents' attitude towards her. The story hints at why family support and emotional security are essential for proper child development. Also, disabled children must be given encouragement, love and education like their normal counterparts. We should learn the lesson from the story that nobody is perfect. We all have our own complications. We should never fear our problems and should face them. So children, I hope you like this story. So see you in the next video. Thank you.